As a salesperson, when you log into Salesforce, you should typically see some common tabs across the screen. For now, we're going to use opportunities. And when I click this button here, you're going to see this area that pops up, which is known as a list view. So the view that pops up when you click on a tab is the list view screen. You can select a different one and pin it. But for now, we're going to use all opportunities because we have some examples here. Now, what we're going to focus on is actually creating a custom view. So, we want to create a different view that has maybe different filters, has different fields here as options. When I click this gear on the top right and I hit new, I'm able to name a view. So I'm going to say all my opportunities. You'll see that I have a few options here, which this can vary based on your permissions and what type of Salesforce license your company has. If you see only I can see this list view, this means whatever you create is only going to be available on your dropdown. If you click the second option, all users can see this list view. That means that all of your colleagues and everybody in your org can see this type of view. So typically when your admin is setting up Salesforce, if you're working with a larger team, this may be turned off. Maybe you only have the ability to create list views for yourself. The last option is also dependent on what version of Salesforce you have, but you can actually share list views with users that have the same type of role in Salesforce or potentially the roles and subordinates. Meaning if you are on a sales team or a business development team, maybe it's share with the business development manager and all their subordinates, which would be the whole team. For now, we're just going to focus on creating a private list. So immediately when I create this list view, all my opportunities, you'll see that the filters pop up over here on the right side. And if I click on this gear again, I'll have a couple different options. I can click edit list filters. We don't need to do that. It's redundant. It's already up. I can edit sharing. So if for some reason I create this as a private list view and I need to expand to other teammates or the whole company, I can do that. I can rename this list view. Or if I have a complex one that's already set up, I can clone it if I want to build off of it. Now, what we're going to focus on here before we set our filters is select fields to display. So if I click this, you'll see that it opens up a kind of drag over option of different things I can add that actually show up on my list view. Now, for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it as is, but this is important because depending on what the function of the list is, you're going to want to see different details of whatever record you're on. So I'll hit save. And the last option over here is just setting our filters. So the first filter that's always going to pop up on a list view, no matter what tab you're on, is filter by owner. Do I want to see all opportunities, my opportunities, or my team's opportunities? If you have any questions about what your team is in Salesforce, you probably need to talk to your Salesforce administrator because my team is going to be built off of your role hierarchy in Salesforce. So for now, we're just going to focus on my opportunities. My opportunities means anything that I am the owner of. So there might be an opportunity that you're working on, but you're actually not the opportunity owner. That would not pop up in this list. You would actually need to be the owner of the record in Salesforce. Now I want to add a filter here, and I'm just going to say amount is greater than greater than 150,000. There you go. So you see this list was able to get filtered into a smaller list, and it's going to be all the opportunities where I have a value of greater than 150,000. You can add more filters here. Pretty much any field on a record is going to be available for filtering besides a specific few exceptions, and I'll add those to the description of this video below. You can also add some filter logic. So if you ever wanted to get a little bit more advanced with this, we have another video, which I'll also share the link to. But here you can just type out logic to say, if criteria 1 and 2 is correct, or maybe you just need one criteria and a whole list of criteria to be met as well.